Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. I want to continue with a theme on simplicity today. This is kind of like the video I did 2 days ago, the #1 raw vegan tool for success. If you haven't watched it, go watch that one. But I just want to get to the most basic, the most simple these days. And I'm seeing this a lot, and I almost I'm starting to get to the point where whether it's me being asked a direct question, or if I see something in a group, or just anybody mentioning something online, I almost just have like very very brief answers for them. Now I don't always go and answer because, to be quite honest, I don't think people really appreciate simplicity. They don't. I think what it is if something's too simple, they just have a hard time having faith and believing that it's actually going to work for them. So they tend to seek out things that are more convoluted, and it has a longer process, and you do this and you do that, and you have these little special tricks, when most things are just very simple little hacks in life. And aren't all that complicated. They're complicated when we try to make them more complicated than they are. So basically, what is the theme of this one today is people aren't eating enough. It's very simple. That's maybe the #1 biggest mistake I'm seeing these days. I see it all the time. People will give you a list. Well, I don't know what's going on. I ate this. I'm having cravings. I'm so sick of the word cravings, 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 cravings. Deal with those cravings. Figure out how you're going to deal with those cravings. And the reason most people are having so many problems with cravings is because they stay hungry all the time. They let themselves get hungry. They're not eating enough. You have to eat enough food on this lifestyle. I've mentioned in videos before, and I think I'm going to do another one on cravings here real soon. I know that's one of the little buzzwords, and people will defend it to the end. Whether I'm addicted to the cravings, how the cravings affect them, but I'm just pretty adamant about the fact that you can't really have cravings when you're not hungry. Your mind goes to that place the hungrier you get. That's why I'm always saying eat enough food on this lifestyle, especially in the beginning. Don't let yourself get hungry, because when you let yourself get hungry, you're not used to the lifestyle yet. You don't have the tools to deal with all the cravings, so it's just simpler. Don't get hungry. And if you start getting the slightest bit hungry, don't do what you used to do on other diets, restriction programs, or whatever, and go just, oh, I can hold out. I can hold out. No, eat something good. Eat a banana. Eat some dates. Eat whatever you have available to you, but stay satiated. So many times people, and I understand that people are not used to dealing with that kind of stuff on this lifestyle. And this is a different way of eating. I made a few notes here that I wanted to read to you just to kind of put this in perspective to people that might be new to this lifestyle, or that just aren't really aware of the calories. I don't do the chronometer or any of that kind of stuff. I've just kind of gotten, just little by little, I know what I mostly eat. I know what I make the base of my diet is, and I know roughly what the calories are on there. So I don't have an exact count every day, but I know what I'm taking in. All right. Before, whereas you could sometimes take one little spoonful of something and it could be 200 calories, this is very dense. You have to eat a lot of food to fulfill what you need, to fill yourself up. A banana. Most people know that one. Roughly an average size banana, give or take, about 100 calories. That's why why it's easy for me to kind of at least get fairly accurate in how many calories I'm taking in, because I eat a lot of bananas during the day, so I pretty much know. And some are bigger, some are smaller, so I just use that 100. An orange, a small orange, is only 45 calories. I hear people I've just remembered that. I see people a lot of times, they'll go through their list. Well, I don't know. Well, I ate this. And somebody will say, I ate 2 bananas for breakfast. If you're not 18 months old to maybe 3 years old, 2 bananas for breakfast, as a whole breakfast, is never going to be adequate, is never going to satisfy you. And yeah, you're going to be munching on something before you hardly even get to work on that. An apple, a medium-sized apple, 9,500 calories. A mango. I didn't realize it had as much as it did. A mango has about 200 calories for average size mango. Now let's get into the vegetables. I just put a couple down here just to give you an idea. all these salads you're eating, you can't even count, you really can't even count greens. You really don't even count the calories in greens. That's just forgetting the nutrients, forgetting the minerals, and the stuff that we need from them, but you ain't getting calories from them. A cup of lettuce has 5 calories. A cup of spinach has 7 calories. Now avocado, you do want to kind of balance it out, and you don't want to be taking too much fat in for the amount of calories you had in a day. But a cup of avocado is 234 calories. So even the fat is not, it's not like other types of fat. It's not like oil, which is so concentrated, it can get away from you. You pour that oil bottle and you can easily pour 2-3 tablespoons like that, which is pure fat, and you're jumping up into 300 or 400 calories, if not more, 5 or 6 maybe. So you see what I'm getting at? Like whole plant foods are not that calorically dense, so you have to eat a lot. And if you're not eating a lot, that's where I would suggest starting right there. That is the whole core of everything, eating a lot. I'm sorry, my methods are just too simple. And I don't care if somebody argues with that or if they have another method. I'm not the end all be all, but I can only go from my experiences, how I felt over this, how I was eating coming into this lifestyle. I liked my junk just like everybody else. I smoked meat, I cooked meat, I barbecued, I loved wings. I was working, when I came to this lifestyle, I was writing sports. So I was going to sports bars every weekend and drinking beer and eating wings. So it's not like I'm not some pristine being that doesn't know about cheese. What people will argue with me and tell me about cheese like I've come from some other damn planet and I don't know about cheese. I love cheese. I grew up on cheese. I used to melt cheese in a little tin and just eat melted cheese. Love blue cheese dressing. I could eat so much blue cheese dressing I don't even know how much fat I was taking in. So I understand all this stuff. So it's not like, I don't know. I didn't come from some super clean background where I didn't experience all this stuff. And what I found is as long as I kept myself satiated, and I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about any of the cramming food in and eating exorbitant amounts. That word I'm not sure about, exorbitant. Got to get my dictionary out. But you know what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm not talking about cramming the calories in. I'm not talking about just stuffing yourself until you're uncomfortable. I'm just talking about staying satisfied, staying fulfilled. And it all starts with that breakfast in the morning. That's why I like to, especially if I've got to go somewhere, like I can do my day differently if I'm just here on the property because, I can eat whenever I want to. If I'm going somewhere, if I have obligations, if I have something to do, I'm knocking out about 9 or 10 bananas of banana and ice cream for breakfast. So I get about 900,000 calories in my belly. And I know no matter what happens over the next 2, 3, 4 hours that I'm okay. I got plenty of calories to sustain me. I've got plenty of food in me to keep me going, enough to fuel me and give me energy. So even if let's say if I eat a 10 banana ice cream at say 7:30 in the morning, even if I get really tied up and don't get to eat till 12:30, 1 o'clock, I'm okay. So don't let the hunger get ahead of that hunger before it grabs you, because the way that hunger works, it has almost a countdown on it. It's like as soon as it grips you, you need to do something about it. Go eat a banana, go eat something healthy, go make something that is going to satiate you, because once that one little thing tells you, okay, I'm hungry, I want to eat, it's just going to keep growing and growing, and that voice gets bigger and it keeps growing. And now, whereas you might be, in the beginning, you might be able to take care of it with a banana, a piece of fruit, something healthy. The longer it goes, that mind gets crazy and it wants some of that bad stuff that you used to eat. And it wants some of that stuff that's still in your system. And then it really gets hard to fight off these cravings. So just keep it simple. Eat plenty of food on this lifestyle. That's one of the most important parts in the beginning, is figuring out how many calories you need on this lifestyle, figuring out what that looks like actually, because you've never seen that many calories with fruits and vegetables, plants, if you will, and figure out how much you need and eat that amount of calories and stay ahead of it. But that's about as simple as it gets right there. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button over there and click the little bell and check the little box, send me notifications so you'll stay subscribed. And I hope you're all having a beautiful day. See you guys. Peace.